In this video, I'm going to talk about how to introduce yourself in a new group. And these are going to be simple steps that you can follow so you can feel comfortable and confident even if you're shy and introverted. So by the end of this video, you will have a clear path on how you can get to know that new group and feel more comfortable in building those relationships and feeling a part of that new group. And I know this works because it works for me. And I know sometimes people don't know this about me, but I am very shy and introverted by nature. And if this can help me feel more confident, I know it can help you too. The first one is to look. Okay, a simple way to get started connecting with people in a new group is just to look around the room and smile and start to look at people in their eyes and get a feel for them. There's always going to be someone in that room who looks kind. You can tell they have kind eyes, they have an open stance, and they will be encouraging for you to come up and talk to, or maybe they'll approach you as well. Now, I remember way back when I was so shy, we actually moved from Hawaii to California, and I had to start in that new school, walk into that classroom all by myself, and I had all those knots and butterflies in my stomach and just so self-conscious and afraid no one would talk to me, and kind of afraid if they did, what would I say and how would I connect? But I just simply looked around the room and looked for a friendly face, looked for someone who had kind eyes and was open. And guess what? I'll never forget. Paula Horn and Evelyn Aaron approached me. This is back in 5th grade. I still remember it was so important to me because I connected with them and they approached me and I was open to it. So just smile, look around the room, and find that connection with that person who is friendly and start there. The second one is relationship. So often I see, especially business owners going into business meetings and networking meetings, they're worried about their pitch. They're thinking about pitching and what they're going to say and talk about what they're going to say about them and their business. So it's less about pitching, it's more about building relationship. So people actually don't care that much what you have to say about pitching your business. They want to know the person first. So start with the relationship and then the business will follow. So this is the biggest mistake I see business owners making and salespeople and the people that are walking in the room just starting with that pitch. It just really turns people off because I think we all are tired of just getting the sales pitch. So when people walk in the room and they start pitching, it turns people off. I always tell my clients, don't be a business bot. And I'll do my fake little robo person that I don't do very well. But you don't want to be a business bot. You want to be a human being because people are going to refer people who they know and they like, and not just because you have a great line about your business or, whatever it is that's special about you and your business. People want to know that you are human and you care, and then they'll want to know how they can help you in your business. My third tip to really build that connection with this new group is to share how you heard about the group. Maybe someone introduced it to you and maybe that person's even there. A great thing to do is to connect with that person who invited you and thank them and have them show you around. I think people in a group want to know, how did you find them? And maybe, what was your purpose? Why did you decide to come check out this new group? So giving some context and sharing that will be an easy way for you to open up enough so they feel like they're getting to know you, but it's a super easy way to, something easy to talk about. So it's not like a tough, vulnerable conversation. So just share a little bit about how you heard about the group and what you're interested in about it, what intrigued you, why you showed up. I'm excited to share more great tips on how to really feel comfortable and confident in a new group that worked for me. And guess what? I have more tips like this. So take a moment and subscribe to my channel so you can hear more of this valuable information that's going to help you feel more comfortable and confident in building your network. I recently had an experience that just illustrates my next point. I had a friend invite me to a new network. So I recently went to a new network and was that new person trying to make the connections. And this network was actually on Zoom. So it was a little bit harder to look around the room and make those connections. But there's always someone that's out there looking to connect and make you feel welcome. So someone put a little chat a little message in the chat saying, hey, welcome. So that gave me that opening to that next step. So my fourth tip is to book a one-to-one meeting. That's where you get to talk with that person one-to-one. So it could be a phone call, it could be getting together for coffee, it could be a Zoom meeting where you just have that one-to-one conversation to get to know that person. And so the woman who reached out to me at this new networking event I went to the other day, we booked a one-to-one meeting and we just did it on Zoom. And she was great because I asked her more questions about the group so I could get a better idea if it was a group that I wanted to pursue as a member or, and just get her experience. And she gave me some really great tips and insight. And guess what? When someone shares their advice with you, it creates a level of trust and relationship because I trusted her enough to ask for that advice, and she felt really great being able to give that advice, and now we have a connection and a relationship. So I know when I go to that next event where she is attending, I will have that connection with her, and it'll make it even easier to walk in the door next time. Ooh, and I've got some bonus tips for you as well. So my first bonus tip is really a positioning, especially if you are in a networking meeting or going to a group where you're in person. This is what I call act like a host. Act like a host. And I got this tip from one of my mentors, Ivan Meisner. He says, act like a host. This really, really helped me because there's a different stance. So if you're a guest at an event, what do? You're kind of waiting to be waited on or waiting for someone else to take the lead. You're kind of waiting. It's a different stance, a different demeanor that you're putting out there. But when you act like a host, it's way more proactive. And it could be just simply, asking someone else, hey, are you a member? Or how did you find out about this event? Or, who are you looking to meet? You can just ask some simple questions and just put out that invitation to help someone else, even if you are the one that needs help. But when we act like a host, it gives us a different stance, a different confidence to reach out and talk to other people. And then my final tip is to take it next level and volunteer to help out. Oftentimes, if you're at an event, people need some support and help. So you could, help people with check-in or maybe run flyers or give handouts or whatever it is. So ask how you can help and volunteer. And as you continue to attend this new group, you can take on different roles and be an active participant in that organization. So I've got a free gift and resource for you. It's my Referrals to Riches playbook. And in this playbook, I have 10 things for you to consider when you are joining a group or looking at a group to go and visit. There's 10 questions that will give you more insight to evaluate if it's great for you and your business and help you build your network so you never have to network alone and feel like that outsider. So click on the link and get that free resource, and I look forward to talking to you soon.